Watch, or stay awake. God has blessed us with everything. He has made us in His own likeness and image. All we need to do is be present to Him. God is breathing in us and He is present in us. So not only are we at one time given God's goodness and image, but as we keep growing, we grow into the perfection of the Father, provided we remain present to Him. And therefore, we do not have to do something to be holy. We are already holy because Jesus is dwelling in us. What do we have to do? Allow Him to live through our thoughts, words and deeds. This is the kind of training that the Gospels are telling us we need to have. What is the meaning of taking lamps with us? That means we are constantly present. Tell me how many of us here really have been listening to what I've been saying. Give 5 minutes before you sleep and 5 minutes as on rising. If there's any one of you who's been doing this, I've been saying this for the last 13 years maybe. But how many of you have been listening to it? This is not my advice. This is what the Lord does. Before He goes to bed, He retires and is with His Father. And in the morning He is with His Father. And He says, I don't say anything, I don't do anything which is not told to me by my Father. I do everything that He is doing. So He is the presence of God. And whose presence are we if we call ourselves Christians? How much time do you spend with Him? So that He can be truly alive through our thoughts, words and deeds. We are all projecting only ourselves. We are only saying, okay, we are Christians. But actually, if you don't have oil in your lamps, when the time comes, you are not able to be His presence. That's what it means to us. And therefore, we will be lost in our own selves. And what do we want? Only some pleasures. They don't satisfy us. Nothing satisfies us. For a little while, we may be happy about it. And we think that by having more of it, we'll be happy. Nothing. Because that's called avarice. You think you'll have more if you have more. No. So, my dear sisters and brothers, let us not be alarmed by what I'm saying to you. I would like you to make a commitment to the Lord. Just as He's saying, are you foolish or are you wise? Then if you're wise, be present to His presence all the time. Stay awake. Be watchful. It's not our holiness. It is God's holiness that we are living in our life. And that is what it is. So what do we have to do? Why do we have to fast? Jesus Himself said, you have to pray and fast. That is so that we are not the center, but that He is the center. St. Ignatius told us, all mortification and abnegation is not to put yourself up. No, it is to put yourself down, as Giles said. Only then we can have the experience of God in our thoughts, words and deeds. So let us, my dear sisters and brothers, always remember to spend just 5 minutes before you go to bed, surrendering all your experiences of the day to Jesus. It takes 5 minutes. When you're truly present, it doesn't take much time. You will just see the whole day in 5 minutes and you will surrender it to Him. And in the morning when you wake up, 5 minutes, because you're not the same person. You went to bed surrendering. Jesus has taken over. He has recreated you. You're a new being in the morning. Be united to Him. And you will see that these hours are like the mobile battery which is charged. You are charged and we are charged with Jesus. And we will be able to live Jesus in our thoughts, words and deeds, staying awake, being present and living His holiness in our life. Let's hold our hands like this and place them in our lap. Keep our back straight. Close your eyes And at every breath, Jesus is in us. From our toes right up to our head, in every cell, organ, system of our body. But not only of our body, but also of our mind and of our spirit. We are inebriated with His presence. So empty all in His presence. When you breathe out in Jesus' name, empty your thoughts, your feelings, your good and bad things, so that you are cleansed. When you keep it in Him, He takes it and cleanses us, and the next breath He gives us all that is good. Be present to this reality, and you will see that our life will be more governed by Him rather than by us.